Hey y'all, it's Trey. Good to see you again. I missed you, friends. New year, new setup. I realized after I made my last video of 2020, I made a lot of videos. And I decided to take a break without really telling y'all. So thank you for being patient this past month, but I am back, baby. So we've got a little bit of decor that I've added to the area, and I have plans for some shelves back there, books, pots and plants and things of that sort. Speaking of plants, I have become a plant dad. This is a test run just to see that I am not a plant killer, because I think if I can take care of them in the winter, then I'll have a pretty easy time with them in the summer. So let me introduce you to my babies before we get into this reaction. This first one, his name is Da Baby, because he is the smallest and littlest one. Succulents are supposed to be super easy to take care of and low maintenance, but I might have already overexposed him to sunlight because, poor guy, oh dear, these are not good colors on the outside. I also learned after the fact that you're not supposed to directly touch the succulent because it takes off some of the protective layer. Trial and error, folks. I am learning, right? Secondly, say hello to my hello. We are probably going to name this one after the Pokemon Executor because all of that, yes. Shout out to Travis for that name idea. I think it was great. And this one, I'm still accepting submissions for, hopefully Pokemon or singer inspired. But right now, the name is Lil Poppy. Lil Poppy is kind of drooping. I haven't figured out what I'm doing wrong yet, but he's hanging in there. So we'll see. Stay tuned. I've had these guys for about a week now, and they have not died. So that's better than I thought I would be doing. Now, today's video. You guys have been requesting and requesting and requesting several times this one, and I wanted to get to it, but I wanted to get to it at a time that I felt would be right. The time has come. Today I am reacting to the Super Bowl halftime show from 2020, 1 year later. I'm super excited! I watched this show live in New York City with like 4 beers in my system, and so I didn't remember everything that was happening or understand everything that was happening in the moment. It is now the most watched halftime show on YouTube for probably obvious reasons, and I'm super excited to get into it because a year ago, I did not really appreciate or understand Shakira's music, or I knew some of J-Lo's. But I think I've learned a little bit more since then, and so I'm really excited to experience this halftime show as a fan. I found just across the board, there are ways that the American public, the general public, experiences the Super Bowl halftime show, and then there's the way that the fans of that artist experience the Super Bowl halftime show. Particularly when it's a woman headlining it and you got her stands all lined up and ready to live tweet the show, right? I'm even more excited to be watching the show this time with my babies. They haven't seen this at all. Yes. You guys are going to like this. Without further ado, you guys, I'm so happy to be doing this again. Let's dive right into this reaction video.
The National Football League welcomes you to the Pepsi Super Bowl 54 halftime show.
Hola, Shakira! Okay. We're already off to a great start. I love the colors. God, they all look so good in red. I've said it before. Shakira looks so good in red. Yes, ma'am. We have a great color choice. Also, as a fan of Shakira, I am recognizing some of this choreography. This is a similar setup to what's that cup that she performed at? Was it the Davis Cup? I'm recognizing this choreography from the Davis Cup finals in 2019. It's very similar. Even the outfits, there's kind of some similarities just with a different color palette going on here. Okay, so this is where I will probably get into this more later, but I have no sympathy for people who were scandalized by this halftime show because they just didn't do their research. There wasn't anything really groundbreaking or new that Shakira did here that she had not done before. And same for J-Lo, I think. It's just people didn't do their research. I will get into that more later though. Right now, the choreography is fire, the vocals are great. I'm loving everything that we are seeing. Yes. All right, on to the next part. I love Empire!
Look, the empires of the world unite. We are alive. And the stars make love to the universe. And you touch me. And I'm like.
Yes! Back then, I thought I was trendy in real-time 2020 when she started singing Empire because I knew that that was a song that the people next to me watching it were not gonna know that song. Like, I knew that I was more familiar with Shakira's discography than some of the people in the room. So the excitement that I felt when Empire came on, I know that it was just being magnified for those of y'all who were longtime fans when she interpolated Ojos Así. Inevitable. There were some elements of Inevitable in there as well. And so there are so many pieces of this halftime show that are included for longtime fans. I appreciate that so much. But we know there's about to be more for the longtime fans, yes? ¡Ojos así! I've seen a few of the Super Bowl halftime shows. This is the first example that I can think of where Middle Eastern culture was represented, okay? Like, not only do we have the Latinas representing on this stage for the halftime show, Shakira also brought her Middle Eastern heritage. Yes, ma'am. Yes! I'm just so happy about all the pressed Americans that were watching this show. Whenever, wherever! I just remembered this outfit that she has on right here. It's the exact same outfit as her character in Zootopia. It just I have so many thoughts about the double standards that people projected onto the women headlining this show. Good fireworks! She looks so so good! I like it like that. I like it like that. I love the legs here. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I had never seen this done before, with the exception, I think, of Beyonce in her visual album. I think she did something similar to this with Partition. Also, hearing this song reminded me of Cardi B, and I had yet another thought I remembered of why people were so scandalized by this show. Do those same people realize that Cardi B was asked to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show? And people were scandalized by her before WAP. Like, again, people just did not do their research. And I am so upset that people thought they could come for these two fantastic women. Okay. Hey, Bad Bunny. Yes. Oh, that's so good. The high kicks! I do want to have a moment of appreciation for the dancers. Like, we talk a lot about Shakira and J-Lo in this show. We talk a lot about, you know, all the headliners and the singers specifically. But the dancers for this show are also top tier. So I just want to have a moment of appreciation for them. I love their outfits. I love their choreography. They are giving it their 100%, just as much as the singers. I love this transition into chantaje. Yes! Do you see Shakira killing it? Do you see how she's doing? Do you appreciate? Yes? That part is fun. When I think about the part that is the most fun for me to watch, I love the brass, I love the instruments, and them dancing with it. You know, like, we know that it's not a live sound playing from them, but it's a really, really fun theatrical element. No fire.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad.
Yes!
And keep
Oh, yes!
reading the signs on my body.
Ah! That is a safe crowd surf. You see the dancers in red underneath her. It's not actually the crowd because, wow, that would be crazy. I was scared for her watching this. But this is a very controlled and staged crowd surf. Thank you for being safe, mama. Hey! That's a special moment in the show that I remember because the way that people reacted to it, I was like, yes, most Americans, we were ignorant. We don't know what that sound was. We learned later it is called a ziggurat. It's the English equivalent of an ululation that is made when it's celebration, you know, it's jubilation. It's a joyful noise, basically, okay? The fact that people called it a turkey call, that was just over the line. It is called a zagruta. It's just, you know, a basic ululation that you hear in a lot of different cultures. Americans were just ignorant. The fireworks!
see, baby, this is perfection. Don't fight it! Gracias!
Yes.
Miami, are you ready?
And here comes J-Lo!
From in living color to movie scripts to all the sits to J-Lo to this headline clips. I stay grounded as the amounts roll in. I'm real, I thought I told you. I'm really no bruh. That's just me. Nothing phony, don't hate on me. What you get is what you see. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the back.
I just go crazy over little moments like that, where everyone goes from doing their own thing to, whoa, we're all in sync. Yes! So much fun. Again, praise for the choreographers. I love J-Lo's outfit here. I love all the outfits in this. Yes!
Ain't that funny? Baby, that you want me. Yeah, love is crazy.
The men look so good!
Let's get it.
The shoulder action!
You're looking just a little too hard at me. Getting just a little too close to me. You're shaking not quite enough to me. You're shipping just a little too slow for me. No doubt you play it real cool, homie. Got me thinking, what is it you do for me? You've been a little more than I should be. So let yourself go and get right with me.
Yes! Yes! I know people had problems with that move. You're fine when the men do it. Thank you. I just appreciate J-Lo for doing a bunch of stuff that the male headliners before her did. And owning it. Woo! Go crazy! Yes! Mamas looks so good! Oh my gosh, I love the outfits.
Like a movie scene in the sweetest dreams. I pictured us together. Now to feel your lips on my fingertips. Have to say is even better than I ever thought it could possibly be. It's perfect, it's passion, it's setting me free. From all of the sadness, the tears that I've cried, I have spent all of my life waiting for tonight.
Okay, I love that staging, okay? We went from making it look like there were 100 people on that stage to there being less than 20 for this moment, right? Like, quick transitions. Let's just appreciate that. I think there was a projection on the ground that made it look like there were a few more people on stage than there actually were. And plus with all of them together, there were just so many limbs. Yes. This is a moment that is like a little spoiled for me because of the way that people received it and the way that people were scandalized over it. When again, I think it's just, you just didn't do your research. When you hire someone to come and perform at the Super Bowl, the NFL hires them because they want them to bring what they are known for bringing. This is what J-Lo was bringing on tour and in all of her performances. This is not a new thing for her. So when people got upset, it was just because they were neglectful and did not do their research. Y'all can't act like the Super Bowl is kiddie proof. Because I grew up, I remember my parents telling me to turn away from the GoDaddy commercials, right? Like, get out of here with that.
Qué calor, qué en la discoteca, qué calor. Y acá para la muñeca, qué calor. Qué en la discoteca, qué calor. Qué para la muñeca. Latino gang, gang, gang. Check out me, man. Medellín, come on. Colombia. Let go, let go. Come on. Esquina, esquina, y ahí nos vamos. El mundo es grande.
Mi
pero
gente.
lo que vale. Estoy muy duro, sí, ok, ahí vamos. Y con el tiempo nos seguimos elevando. Y ya, que seguimos rompiendo aquí. Esta fiesta no tiene fin. Ok, ya para arriba, sí, los tengo bailando. ¿Y dónde está mi gente? San Miami, lo tiro que. ¿Y dónde está mi gente? 1, 2, 3,
You know, I gotta be honest, watching this part right here, I think J Balvin was the least impressive part of the halftime show. Because when you put this guy standing next to, well, I just have this issue in general with when we put men next to women on stage. The double standard just becomes painfully obvious to me. An example I think of is Ed Sheeran performing Perfect next to Beyonce in like a t-shirt and jeans while she's all glammed up and in a dress. The double standard. And then we see it again here with J Balvin in sweatpants just kind of hyping up the audience, and you have all these amazing women using every ounce of energy in their bodies, whipping their hair on the ground. There's not a low energy thing about what they are doing. And J Balvin, I don't have a good relationship with his music. I have a better relationship with Bad Bunny, so I'm cutting him some slack, you know, but J Balvin is just not doing it for me here.
Let me introduce you
To my party people in the club.
If you go hard, you gotta get on the floor. If you're a party freak, then step on the floor. If you're an animal,
Bring it,
step on the
boys!
floor. Bring
Yes!
your sweat on the floor, yeah, we work on the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. La, 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 la. Tonight we gon' be
It on the floor.
La, 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 la. Tonight we gon' be on the floor.
If you wanna live your life, live it all the way and don't you waste it. Every feeling, every beat can be so very sweet, you gotta taste it. Let's get loud, let's get loud.
You guys, I have to admit, when I first saw this, actually the first couple of times that I saw this halftime show, the image of children in cages singing about freedom was completely lost on me. I have to admit that. And I'm saying that because I know that that is true for some people watching this video. The image was just, it was lost on me. But now that I know what that is, oh my goodness, the moment just has a completely different impact. Because I was like, what is J-Lo's daughter doing here? That's interesting. I haven't seen a Super Bowl headliner include their child in their performance before. But now I get it. It makes so much more sense now. And there's Shakira on the drums.
Let's get
It was in that moment that Joe Biden said, I want her to sing at my inauguration. It's been a couple of weeks since the inauguration, and every time I hear Let's Get Loud Now, that's the moment that I think of. Shakira sounds so good! Yes! Okay. Oh! Okay, you guys! I see the champeta now! I recognize some of those moves from the Girl Like Me music video. Okay! I see it now! There was literally some of the... Okay. It's all coming together now. Yes, ma'am, representing. We see the champeta, and then earlier was the mapale. Yes. The footwork is so quick! Yes! Yes! Knockout performance. The dancers on the floor were just a symbol of what all of America was feeling at that moment. On the floor. That is such a great Super Bowl halftime show, and I think they're deserving of all the views. They're both so talented. What they are able to do, it's just remarkable, and I have so much appreciation for them both. I especially do for Shakira because of this past year, this journey that we've gone on with her, but also J-Lo. J-Lo brought it. Yes, ma'am. We are redefining motherhood. We are redefining what is expected of women in music and in entertainment. I think it would have been really cool though if Cardi B had been included, because there were at least 2 moments in that halftime show where she could have been interpolated, because she has the song Dinero with Jennifer Lopez, and then Shakira sang I Like It, which Cardi B also samples along with Bad Bunny, and she could have also come in that. That could have been a lot of fun, but you know, she had her reasons not to do the Super Bowl halftime show. Appreciate it. Maybe she'll be back one day. Maybe she'll do it one day. But for now, the culture, the music, the athleticism, the vocals, the talent, all of it. It was a top tier Super Bowl halftime show. They raised the bar. You know, that's what I like to see, is every year with a Super Bowl halftime show, I like to see the bar raised a little bit higher. And they did it. They did that. So I was very, very happy with this show. Wow! I did it! 1 year later. It really is a completely different experience when you watch it as a fan, because I was not feeling all those things that I just felt a year ago before I had gone on my journey. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below about both the video, the new setup. Is there something that I can be doing for my babies to treat them a little bit better and help them not die? I don't want to be a plant killer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Send me more stuff to react to, and I will see y'all again very, very soon. Bye! I did it! I recorded my my first video of 2021. It's gonna be so much fun.